Hello, welcome to Duelcast MTG and a Babadoa Chichicho. Today I'm going to be playing Jeskai because the last two videos were Bant and Esper, so I figured why not finish out the last of the Azorius Plus decks. I'm going to be playing Narset Jeskai Waymaster. Obviously the best Jeskai option in the format is ARAGORN. I find the play patterns of that deck to be incredibly boring, so I want to try something that's not that and also not Satya. Narset reads, at the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of spells you've cast this turn. She is blue, red, and white for a 3/4. So what are we actually doing? We're a burn deck. We're basically blue-red burn, and we are splashing white for things like Flage, Teferi Time Raveler, Fourth Aerolingus, and my weirdo card for this deck, Twining Twins, which is just a card I really like playing. I don't think it's necessarily powerful enough for the format, but I like it. The adventure side flickers a non-token creature, and then you can recast it for 2 blue and 2 to get a 4/4 flying Vigilant Ward 1 that is a straight beater. We want to fill our graveyard for Murktide and a Porinoculus. We want to see if we can get some free entombs for Flage with Surveils and Faithless Looting. Other than that, the deck plays burn spells, cantrips, baubles, and things that care about casting non-creature spells, like 3 PI, Corey Steelcutter, which should have never been a standard card, and we all know it, Snapcaster, Dreadhorde Arcanist. We have cheap prowess creatures like Soulscar Mage and Monastery Swiftspear, a Bomat Courier, a Triton Wavebreaker, a Storm Chaser's Talent. So our goal is to go fast and kill our opponent dead. This is Jeskai Burn with Narset Jeskai Waymaster. Let's go duel. Hey, let's duel. So round one, I forgot to just hit start recording. We played against Asmoheebadabadoobeboop, whose name I will clearly never learn to pronounce at this point. It was a really cool match. We started out on the draw and dazed Asmo on turn 2, which felt bad, but I didn't have enough going on. Um, we went turn 1 Triton Wavebreaker, and I felt like the hand I had was never going to beat Asmo. So we dazed, and then they struggled on lands, and I was able to get a big enough board to just attack and burn them out. It was a pretty quick game. They really got mana screwed, and that was an easy win. Game 2, I didn't have interaction for the turn 2 Asmo. We kind of went back and forth doing red stuff, hitting each other, burning. Their foods wound up gaining them life, which I think was a really good strategy in that game. Other times when I've played against Asmo, players really just want to use the food for removal and kill their opponent, which I think is viable, but this player recognized that my strategy was deal them 20 damage, and they cracked 3 foods over the game, and I never had a chance and died. Game 3 on the play wasn't really interesting, but it was fun. I had a 6/6 Sprite Dragon. They had 4 foods with Asmo. They went to kill it. I wild slashed in response to put the other counter on, making them use their other 2 foods to get rid of it. The wild slash put them to 4, and then I Ghost Fire sliced their face, and the game ended. These were really aggressive, fun games of just going back and forth, dealing damage, not being super interactive. We wound up taking it down 2-1 and starting the league 1-0. Match 2 on the draw against Azusa. That's not what I want to see. However, we have Monastery Swift Spear into Cutter plus Bauble. This is an instant keep. They're fetching, as Azusa is wont to do, and it's just a tapped land. That's great. Sprite Dragon is also great. Let's get our Volcanic Island. I'm just fully disrespecting Lingus right now. I just want to hit him for 1,000,000. I don't know how this deck matches up against Azusa. I don't really know how this deck matches up against anything, though. Sylvan Scrying. Well, we can't beat a Merit Liege. Oh, yes we can. Glacial Chasm. Oh no! Can't beat that card either. That's really nice. Do I just want to take the Monarch here? No. Because if they have to do Glacial Chasm stuff, it could deal a lot of the damage I need it to. Bauble. Trigger Cutter. Yes, I would like to attach it. I'm going to bauble them now. Castle Garenbrig. That's fine. And now we attack. They're at 13 already. I don't play red cards in real life, so this is a fun new thing for me. That's great, because that turns on our stink into stupid. Azusa, so now they can play out the Chasm and a War Room. Okay. I have no response to that because I cannot respond to it. I can't bounce it. This is funny. I think Glacial Chasm just basically turns the whole deck off. Here's a Leggy. I think I want to make it so that if the Glacial Chasm ever does leave play, they're dead. So what if I Lava Dart, flash it back, and kill Azusa? Is that silly? I have my third land still, and this deck doesn't need a ton of lands. And this does a billion things. I know this. I don't know. I don't know how to play this deck. This may just be an utter waste. I think I want to keep this in case there's a Merit Liege. We'll discard the Sprite Dragon. That's not good right now. And then we'll just flash it right back and sack this plateau. And not be able to deal all this damage, but it does significantly harm their ramp because the Glacial Chasm doesn't tap for mana. That stinks though, they would be dead. They would just be dead. Okay, I think they have to keep this and take the 2 damage. What are we getting here? Augur of Autumn? Sure. Is this the one that gains life? No, it lets you play stuff off the top eventually. Urza's Tower, taps for 4. Boy. How do I ever beat a Glacial Chasm? I actually don't know. No point in doing that. Oh, I tapped out of sync into Stupor. Whoops. Hopefully we don't just get laged here. But we might just get laged here. Urborg, so now this taps for mana. Azusa can come back. Yep. They have 5 cards in hand. They still don't have a way to start sacking and recurring the Glacial Chasm. Wild Growth is fine. Trigger my Shredder. No response. Thought Scour. I don't think this Lingus really even does anything at this point, because I can't deal them damage. And as soon as that Glacial Chasm goes, I think they're dead. Ah, there's the recursion for the chasm. So, oh, let's just Unholy Heat that. Yeah, let's just Unholy Heat that. Goodbye. Because that's how I definitively lose, is if they just recur that over and over. Play this DRC. I should have done that first. Do I want this land? Sure. Combat doesn't matter. They also have a Maze Abyss now. And I don't have Synchronous Stupor up, but now they have to pay 6 life if they want this to stick around. Okay. So now if they can't pull that back or kill me, we can kill them. Okay, so now it comes back. I don't think I have a single way to get rid of a land. Is there anything in this deck that can get rid of a land? I don't think so. I actually don't know how I beat this, which is really funny. They would have been dead so long ago. Azusa's good. Azusa's so cool. Hopefully they can't put me in like the Dust Bowl lock or the Ghost Quarter lock, or find their Emrakul or something. Halfling I just don't care about. Play like 1 counter spell and it's Daze. Do I play any other counter spells? I think it's just Daze. Let's get Elegant Parlor. Play with fire. Doesn't matter. Next turn. I do need to keep this Sink into Stupor. It's my only useful interaction. DRC, get in there! Hiya! So now they pay the 2 life again. And they sack it again. And they Tech Edge. So how do they bring the Chasm back now? Or are we getting Eldrazi'd? Conduit of Worlds. They can just recast it. This taps for 3. This taps for mana, so they can just recast it. I don't have an Abrade or anything. I wish I had a hard counterspell. I know this doesn't matter, but I don't have anything else to do. Yeah, look at all this damage. Stupid red cards. Oh, this is so funny. Yeah, I'll take Teferi, why not? I don't know what it does. I guess it bounces the Conduit of Worlds that they can just instantly replay. They have 1 billion mana. I can't beat a Glacial Chasm at all. I'm gonna just keep digging through my deck forever. Oh, wait! They scooped! Do they not have green green? They don't have green green! We did it! We did it! By accident, kind of. Awesome! We beat a Glacial Chasm! I didn't even think that the Halfling didn't tap for green. So we win. Hooray! I can't keep this. Maybe we can ponder and Serum Visions, try to find our land. I'm gonna keep it. We're up a game. And if we do, we can just kill Asusis. I like this land. I don't like it as a tapped land on one, but I like it in general. So now do we surveil? No, we ponder. I want to start locking up some red mana. We found a tapped red land. I think I just shuffle this. Okay, that is a red mana. We'll just cycle that for a bulk. And then what do I want to do with the Serum Visions? Rishadan Port. Annoying. Actually, it doesn't super matter because when they do it, we'll just island cycle. Hooray. It's nice when cards line up. Do I want to just start bolting their face off? Well, now we're not casting the Serum Visions. Because that on Azusa is good. I think I put Seal of Fire into play. And then if we find an untapped land, well, they're going to port me anyway. Unless they tap out to play Azusa, which looks like what will happen. Subtlety was the other counterspell I couldn't remember. We're going to do that now. Oh! They hated it. Okay. Cool. We are 2-0 with a deck I have very few reps and very little confidence with. Cool. Match 3 on the play, which is obviously where I prefer to be. We have one land, but we also have Faithless Looting, where we get to Entomb Flage and get 2 more looks at lands. Fury is busted. Thought Scour, if we find a blue mana, puts Flage online fast. I'm gonna try this. We're playing against Lier, so we do want to go fast. I'm gonna try this. I have no idea if this is good or not, but it could be. We might just die on turn 3 or 4, but we also might not. I will loot faithlessly. Oh, 2 lands. Let's get rid of Flage. And I don't think Bone Crusher is particularly good in this matchup. Yeah, let's do it like that. And we have Flashback Faithless Looting. Does this deck just rock? I think this deck might just rock. We'll get Plateau. I should have held that for a Surveil, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited that we just got to Entomb Flage and get to cast it in 2 turns. It might be too late, but boy howdy. Before this comes in tapped, I think I'm going to make a horse. Fury's not great in this matchup. I'm going to try to make a horse. I have a feeling this just gets countered outright, but I'd still like to do it. And if they counter this, maybe they don't counter Flage. Ooh, they could just snap it or something. I also don't really have graveyard hate for when they start leering their high tide. Bobble. Love me a bobble. What are we getting? Extraplanar Lens. Zoinks. So that's their other copy of High Tide. Ooh, I don't really have ways to get rid of artifacts either. Top deck sink into stupor? No. Bauble you? Let's bauble you. Show me your secrets. Serum Visions, I play that card. I like that card. Red, red, white, and white. For Falage. Where are you, Falage? And exile, not Faithless Looting. Oh wait, do I have to? Yeah, I have to exile Faithless Looting as well. Here's Falage. They will be at 13. Huh. Yeah, they'll be at 13. I have my draw off the Monarch. And then next turn, we get to dome them for 9. Snapcaster's not great right now. Haste Breacher? Brazen Borrower. That's really good. If we get a turn, I feel great. They probably have to play Lier here. And then if I get a red card for Fury, or we just, no, we hardcast Fury next turn. Kill Lier. They can recast, but it takes a lot of their mana. I'm so curious how this is going to play out. Serum Visions. Love it. I would actually rather pitch cast Fury and then hold up Petty Theft because do my islands also? No, it's just basic islands tap for 2. That's the difference. With High Tide, I could tap my Tundra and make a blue Spellseeker. Okay. What are you getting? If they don't get High Tide, I'm bouncing their lens. They might get Snap. Snap would be good here. But I'm definitely super interested in petty thefting this. Yeah, they did get Snap. I had a feeling. So they took the pressure off. They're never going to have a multicolored permanent. Let's attack, because I'm always doing that. I think I'm going to petty theft, hope they don't have a counter spell. If this gets countered, it gets countered. They only have 4 cards, and they didn't counter Flage. Okay, they do have something. Spell Snare. I can't Snapcaster Petty Theft, right? Eh. I'm going to Thought Scour in response. That takes me off Flage. I'm still going to do it. I tapped wrong. Do I want to do that? I can put them to 7. Yeah, I do want to do that. Thought Scour myself. Galvanic Blast. Okay. It doesn't kill Lier, which is what I need to do. We do have Pitchcast Fury now. And they didn't get High Tide. Monarch, please. Dreadhold Arcanist. I love that card. I am just going to flash in Snapcaster for the body at end step. They're not doing anything, apparently. Get in for one. I'll go to 21. I don't mind that at all. We'll get the Monarch. Ah, I should have blasted it. I forgot about the Monarch. Silly to give them a card. Now they're doing stuff. Brainstorm's fine. I think this might have been, other than sinking the stupor, my only real way to interact with this extraplanar lens. If that had worked, it was game over, though. They can cast Lier, but then I can Ghost Fire Slice him. Or Fury him, straight up. Put a 3/3 double striker into play. If we top deck Arena of Glory, that would be nuts. So they're taking 4 next turn. Oh wait, do we have lethal next turn? 2, 4, 2, 4, 8, 11. So if they don't find interaction off of this, we have lethal. We're thinking hard about this brainstorm. Fire Slice is a card I don't know if I like, because monocolor decks are pretty prevalent in the format right now. But if we get to dome them for 4 with it, I will change my mind. I hope they just cast Lier. Just tap out to cast Lier. Oh, well, there's another island, so they don't have to tap out now. We'll draw off the Monarch. Before that happens, I'll try to flash in Snapcaster. I have very little confidence that this will work, just because I don't think they want me to have more damage on the board. But the fact that they didn't cast Lier means they have interaction with their what will be 4 cards in hand. Sure, I don't care what that targets. So much burn damage here. Combat. Hayata. Go to 7. I mean, I do have lethal burn damage here. Guess we'll try, right? 5, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill him dead. Or do I wait for them to use mana? I'll probably wait for them to use mana. I don't know how to play red cards. Why? Oh, we'll do Flage, because we don't care if it gets countered. Tell me you don't have anything. Would be so sick. They go to 4. I'm gonna let them put Lier on the stack, if that's their intention. Oh, twiny whiny. No, we're just gonna try to burn them to death. If they put Lier on the stack, I am casting these 2 burn spells. I have 4 cards. There's Lier? No. They're having second thoughts. Their islands don't match, and I respect it. I really do. Okay? They're thinking. She's thinking. She's thinking. So we should go a-drinking. For all my Scrubs fans, deep cut. I guess when they put anything on the stack, I'm just going to try to burn them. They're transmuting. What does this get? This gets your High Tide. Do they have counter spells in the grave? They just have the spell snare. I'm going to try to burn them out right now. I don't know if this is right or wrong. That worked. Did we do it? Did we burn them with red cards? Did we do it? They're not tapping mana. Ah, misdirection. Sure. That cost them 2 cards, and they killed my horse. Rude. Rude, rude, rude. So they get High Tide. So they have infinite mana, but only 1 card in the hand. Bunch of cantrips in the graveyard. Here's Lier. Here's the High Tide again. So now they can snap. They have a billion mana. I'm going to F6 here. If they drew that misdirection for this turn, I'm going to be so sad. I don't think this gets Brain Freeze and they just fill up their own graveyard and pop off and Brain Freeze me to death. I don't know. This deck can fizzle. They have 2 mana in the pool. This island tops for 5. They got Merchant Scroll. This taps for 4. Jeez Louise. Turnabout. They just put 20 mana into the pool. So now they're going to cantrip a bunch. They're back up to 5 in hand. They can whiff. They have the Merchant Scroll. But they can whiff. Instead of flaging, could a Ghostfire sliced? I don't know. Now they got the Brain Freeze. I think they just Brain Freeze themselves here. They're Brain Freezing me. Is that lethal Brain Freeze? Yeah, because then they flash it back. I haven't seen the Archmage's Charm. Assume they found it, but I don't know. 24 cards in my deck. The Brain Freeze will empty me. And there's nothing I could have done about the misdirection. Because it's free! I wish that Petty Theft had worked. Alright, where's the Archmage's Charm? Because if there is none, I get to Ghostfire Slice and upkeep. I guess they can just misdirect them. Because we flicker that. They're still digging for the Archmage's Charm. Yeah, because I'll try to Twining Twins this. I think they should have used the first Brain Freeze on themselves. Alright, here's our upkeep. We got back to upkeep. Cast on Lier. Counter spells in the graveyard. Just the Spell Snare. And the Misdirection. Which if they have to use, they die. I normally concede to when Lier is popping off, and I think if I didn't have a lethal spell in my hand, I would have. That worked. They do still have 6 in hand. Let's try to slice you. Slice. Ah! Wait, why didn't you just make me draw? They had the win. They could have just made me draw. Okay, I die. That was a tight one. That was a fun game. I wonder if I punted by not just immediately trying to burn them out. We'll never know. I like 3PI. I like all these cards. Do I want to portent them? I'm going to keep it. Portent's really cool. I don't need this stuff. Portent's really cool, but I like it after a Git probe. Portent myself. Dent. Do I like these cards? I need the second blue mana for Murktide. Then I can opt away the Den of the Bugbear. Yeah. Or draw the Dreadhorde. Although, with Murktide, I don't know if I want to Dreadhorde. Oh, did I just use the ability? I shuffled. Lock in, kiddo, lock in! Pay that life. Go red, blue, for 3PI. Maybe we'll get to see Twining Twins be dope. Alright, filling up the grave for Murktide. Play this as a tapped land. Put Seal of Fire into play. And then opt at their end step. Moment of Truth. Library, put one of those cards into your hand, one into your graveyard, and into library. Okay. I'm not going to respond to that. I want Unholy Heat if they just try to, for when they try to pop off with Lier. Because Unholy Heat plus Seal of Fire will kill it even without Delirium. Your turn. When this turns on Delirium, Spellseeker. Let's see if we just find a Daze. Be really cool. You're back. I don't want you. Starfire. Sure. What are you getting? Probably High Tide. Yep, they got High Tide. Of course. Arena of Glory would be sick. Teferi. That's better. Can they win if I just plant Teferi? I think they can, actually. If I had another mana, yeah, if I had another mana, I could go Teferi, move to kill Lier. They can't flash back the High Tide before I Unholy Heat it. They go High Tide, another land, flashback High Tide. They have an untapper in their graveyard. They have a Force Spike. Gonna do this. And then hold up Unholy Heat. I just wanted to make sure I delirium. Yeah, so now I'll hold up Twining Twins and Unholy Heat so they can't pop off this turn, I think is my line. They're not doing anything. Starfire you. Start putting some damage on. Let's probe ya. See what's going on here. We know about High Tide. They've got a Stifle, a Pact of Negation, Mental Misstep. So, interesting. The Misstep deals with the Unholy Heat, but not that. They would have to Pact of Negation to get rid of Teferi. And I'll plus on nothing, or minus on nothing, to see if I can spike a blue source, because that Mental Misstep kind of makes it so I can't. They could Pact. No, they can't. Yeah, they could, because they then High Tide and upkeep and pay for the Pact. I'm just going to try to get crazy lucky and spike a land off this. I think it's really my only out. We did it. Best alive. There's never been better. They have a Stifle that they can't use because of Teferi. Now I don't know how we lose this game. Yeah, I don't know how we lose this game. I mean, obviously we lose by getting comboed out, but all their interaction is off. Yeah, all their interaction's off. It's funny that I haven't cast Narset a single time, because in the first match that I forgot to hit start recording on, she was the MVP. Between Narset and Dreadhorde Arcanist, I just had a 5-card reload that let us turn the corner. They are super tanking. We'll fetch. Mystic Sanctuary doesn't do anything. What is Mystic Sanctuary getting back? Moment of Truth. Is it digging for a way to get rid of Teferi? Yeah, you got it. What do they have that gets rid of Teferi? Sink in the Stupor? Okay. Ponder here, because I can't do anything else. Well, let's plus you. And I'll Ponder. Which I could have done an instant speed, but... Oh, yeah, we want all of these. We'll put them back. Daze, Vapor Snag, Passage. Do not use the ability, so I won't misclick like I did with Portent. This will be an island. Card's good. I do want to pay my 2 life, because life total does not matter here. And then we'll pass the turn. We can brainstorm into that Daze, not that the Daze is particularly good. They have 10 billion mana. Consult. Got it. Because now maybe the Daze isn't terrible. Yeah, maybe the Daze isn't terrible now. We'll end step Brainstorm. We're going to have an 8/8 Murktide. Well, they'll be on a 2-turn clock. Oh, we got a target for the Daze. Just tight. No, don't put that back. Oh, Arena of Glory. Yes. Let's put them back like that. Then we'll daze, picking up this Valk. We play that, so I can Arena of Glory and Murktide, plus you, and then put Murktide into play. Huge Murktide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Cancel. Because you're instants and sorceries, right? So an enchantment. Yeah, an enchantment wouldn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's an enormous Murktide Regent that you can't do anything about. No longer have Delirium for Unholy. Crap. Crap. Wait. No, I do. I have 5 card types. I thought that said 3. So if they try to pop off this turn, we Unholy Heat Lier, but they might be able to just resend. Right? High Tide gives them 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 mana. Lier will cost 5. And then they'll have exactly enough to recast him. We might have done it. I'm not at all sure. Opponent is deep in the tank. Bloodmawing Teferi. I have nothing to say about that. Where's the High Tide? Ooh, that Floodmaw was good. I guess that's how we lose this game. Because I don't have the Vapor Snag up, because I had to tap out of blue for Murky Boy. They can't counter this Unholy Heat. Yeah. They have the Misstep. Yeah, that's right, they have the Mental Misstep. I think I'm dead. That Into the Floodmaw was clutch. Oh, no, it can't be countered, because of Lier. Aha! Wasted by your own leotard, maybe. Can they interact with my graveyard and take me off Delirium, maybe? I think so. Tapping mana. I guess to consult the star charts or something. I don't know what they could find here. Maybe a snap? Maybe if they find snap, they snap Lier, untap the lands. Well, I'm F6'd. All in on this Unholy Heat. Oh, they found the snap! That's the exact thing I said. So here comes Lier again. They only have 1 mana. They had an untapper. Okay, so now they're just full popping off. Let's see if they can kill me. I would concede here, but because of the last game where they didn't rip their Archmage's Charm, I don't know. I definitely don't think it was wrong to tap out of blue mana for the Murktide. I needed that pressure. If we had the Vapor Snag here, who knows? A snap is the only thing I can think of that gets them to this point. Okay, here's Intuition. Okay, so they have the Brain Freeze and the Archmage's Charm. So I think we give them the Frantic Search. No, we'll give them Archmage's Charm and see. Okay, so my library is empty. All they have to do is Archmage's Charm me, but they didn't do it last game. I don't know what I'm even playing towards. I can't draw. All they have to do is Archmage's Charm me and I die. There you go. Oakley dokley artichokely. Match 4 on the draw. With a hand I don't think I can really keep. Who are we playing against? Oh, this is Oops All Spells. I don't have Graveyard Hate. This is too slow. I'm gonna mulligan. This is not really much better. I'm gonna keep it and put back this Surveil land. This is the dual variant of Oops All Spells. Do I have any graveyard hate? I don't think so. Which is silly, because graveyards are good right now. Oh, I still have this stop in my upkeep. No, thank you. So in thinking about that last game against Lier more, having the Arena of Glory in hand, I could have actually waited on that Murktide and then hasted out Murktide plus Narset. But I still don't know. Sleight of Hand Snapcaster. Snapcaster at least puts power and toughness into play. I know I don't want Sleight of Hand. Yeah, I'll take this. Spec on it. I am going to portent them and hope that I can shuffle away one of their payoffs, maybe. Here's the Minstrel. It is a 1/3. Can't kill him yet. Life does not matter in this matchup. Life doesn't matter. So cool and emo. Gonna portent myself. Hieroglyph. Yes, please. Is Pyroglyph what I want? I'm only gonna have instant and sorcery and land in the graveyard. Instant sorcery land. It's not a great clock in this situation. I don't have a shuffle. But I can sink into stupor or payoff to buy a turn. So I'm going to say no to the shuffle. Because I just need things to do. And Pyroglyph is a thing to do. Oh wait, this isn't the Oops All Spells one. I wasn't paying enough attention. Is this the Amulet Titan one? I do not know what my opponent is doing. Cycling Troll. Man, I wish I had Graveyard Hate. They might be 5-color good stuff. I genuinely have no idea. What I do know is I'm gonna shoot you for one. Yeah. Get some! This before it enters tapped. And put Narset into play as a blocker. I don't like having exactly no idea what my opponent's doing. I'm not going to use the ability. That's too many cards to get rid of for one card. Petty Theft on Narset. Okay. I'm not going to do anything this turn, so I'll wait. Shivan Reef. Colorless. Red. 1, 2. Hieroglyph. 4/5 Pyroglyph into play. I don't know if they're a counterspell deck. I just have no idea what's going on. They are a counterspell deck. Okay. They have 5 cards in hand. I would just so badly like to know what they're doing. They're missing land drops, at least. They might just cast Pinnacle Monk. Cutter. While we're doing that. I'm going to play this. Do I ever need white? Flage. Sure, we'll make it a plains, even though I'm fairly sure that's wrong. I'll pay my 2 life. And then make sure I have blue so I can Quarry Steel Cutter and sink into Stupor if they try to counter. Okay, that just worked. I'm going to cast Narset again to just make sure Cutter triggers without losing a card from my hand. Okay. Leyline Binding. Sure. You got it. Do I like these cards better than new cards? I think so. I'm not going to use her ability because I can have a pretty big next turn with prowess damage plus Snapcaster. I wish I knew what your deck was doing. Seems right now like it's just 5 color good stuff. So that lets them play the Borrower if they want. Yeah, this is just 5 color good stuff. I wonder what they take. Probably Snapcaster. It almost has to be Snapcaster. It gives me such a big reload. Oh, they took Sink into Stupor. Okay. That makes sense. But I can Snapcaster, Sink into Stupor. Play my land. Let's look at our graveyard here. Yeah, I am going to do that actually. So blue and 1 for Snapcaster. Snapcaster, target Sink. I'm gonna sink the Wandering Minstrel. Whoops. Have to crack this first. Has to be blue mana. Oh no. Really? I can't get blue mana. What a bumbly baby boy I am. Crepe. Alright. Well, that's a spew and a half. Put that in the graveyard. Have no more spells to cast. Skip combat because I'm a fool. End step. Let's use Narset's ability. Draw a Hallowed Fountain. Yikes. That was bad. Because just like getting any spell there, like Portent or Preordained, like I could have snapped Preordained to try to get a big reload, and I botched it. These leagues are really long, and by this fourth match, my brain is just struggling. So it looks like there's some kind of reanimator based on this Carnosaur. You're also 3 power. You make the octopus. You make the octopus. You don't have threshold. Kill Kiora. There's no real point in attacking. And we'll draw a card. Hopefully a good one. Nope. Yeah, targeting the sink into stupor was really bad, although we would have drawn. No, we could have bottomed the land with fire. We could just be a few cards deeper into our deck. I'm at 8. Here's Tursa. This has Menace. We'll trade with it and block Tursa. This is one of the really cool but also difficult things about Duel Commander. I feel like Brewer's advantage is huge. They're also not attacking. I'll go to my next turn. Hopefully we can find like a mini storm turn here. I mean, that is 2 spells. So let's Petty Theft, Tursa. Play our tapped land. Cast the Borrower. This is why I like the adventure cards in this deck. Oh, wait. Yeah, this is why I like the adventure cards in this deck, because, yeah, it's 5 mana to do both on the same turn, but I will get to draw 2. I still can't get through this, so I will continue the holding pattern. Ghost Fire Slice would be cool. Okay. Should I Vice their land? Looks like it. Living Death. Kill 2 of my creatures. Is that the best play? Yeah, I'm gonna kill 2 of my creatures. Fire you 2. I'll lose Narset and the Monk. They'll get their Carnosaur back, which stinks. But I'll get Pyrogoyf back. So we're both gonna have a lot of creatures. Well, they'll have a lot more. Yes, she can go to the command zone. We'll put them... How big is this Goyf? They stick first. What does this do? Oh, zoinks. This is a 7/6. How big are you? You're 4/5. Oh, we're so dead. You have haste. Snapcaster all target. It doesn't matter. I'm tapped out. Play with fire. Pinnacle Monk will pick up. Preordain. So we at least get to kill their hasty creature. Earthing Pod. Yikes. At least they can't use it right now. Recruiter probably gets Solitude. I'm super dead. What a weird deck they're playing. So if this finds a land, they can go land Pod for something. What did Recruiter get? A Skyclave Apparition. That's an interesting one. They won't have the mana to cast it. I would think if they wanted that, they could do it a different way. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this will exile Goyf. They're at 18, I'm at 7. They're gonna Fury. I'm dead. I can concede this game. I don't have any board wipes or anything. Yeah, we're super dead. Is there anything in my deck that does anything? I'm gonna preordain, I guess. Just take a look. No. Okay, we're dead. I think they won that when they were able to leyline Cutter, and also the Mystical Dispute on Goyf was good. Well, this hand looks nutso butso. We're keeping this. Tundra Preordain. These leagues are so long. Serum Visions is more looks at things. Go bottom top. I like Serum Visions. A lot of selection, and it will have 3 looks at another land, so it's hard for me to imagine it not finding one, but it also may not find one. Tap land, go. Okay, they're surveilling. So I guess they are Reanimator. It's like Reanimator good stuff. I still have no idea what they're actually doing. Bugbear. Serum Visions. I want one of these lands. I guess I should have Serum Vision first. Yeah, I should have Serum Vision first. Oh well. I think I'm gonna park Narset and play next turn. Do I want to daze this? I don't think so. I don't think this is worth my daze. Yeah, it's not. White, red, and bleh for our girl. I'm also playing really slowly. They're like 7 minutes ahead of me on clock. 'Cause I'm a slow baby, and I play at my pace. When I play too fast, I lose almost every single time. Reflancting Ponk. Ooh, Twining Twins. I'm just gonna try to go from here. It'll take me off a red card for Fury, but I think that's fine for now. Mystical Dispute again? No thank you this time. Doesn't matter which one of these I bounce. And then we can Twining Twins our Goyf too, which is tight. It's only a 2-3. No, now it's a 3-4. I'm gonna kill their commander. Tired of these tapped lands coming in untapped. Plus it's the same amount of damage now that I can come in with Narset. No. Oh. There's just too high of a chance I misclick and use Narset's ability when I don't want to. Oh, Shardless Agent, Cascades. No response. Oh, is this Living End? This is Living End. That's crazy. Oh, this is Living End. Why? I feel like there's the first sliver is the deck I've seen be this deck. I wish that'd been a red card, because then I could have Furied Twining Twin Fury. Let's go. Let's go 4/4 Flying Vigilant Ward 1. Now we can misstep a 1-mana interaction here. I'm already down to 13 minutes on clock. Yeah, red card there would have been sick. I love this card. I don't care if it's bad. We'll just F6 through this. Oh no, we can't because the mental misstep. Tersa's fine. I hope they living end again. Do you have to cast a card? No, you may play it. Your stupid untapped lands. Next turn. That's really good with Narset. I'm gonna cast this Storm Chaser's talent. Get my Otter. Put in this tapped land. Attack you for 4 and pass. The heck is this? So I guess they just want to use the Minstrel for 1,000,000 Surveil lands, fill up their graveyard to Living End. This is so weird. Kind of like it. They're at 10, I'm at 19. If I find an untapped red source, so I can hardcast Fury, dart the agent twice, kill Tersa. What is this? You may pay X. When you do, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value X from a graveyard. Hey! Okay, so this living ends again. For all of these idiots, whatever these are. This deck's kind of cool. I just didn't know there was a Wandering Minstrel version of it. No response. I'll get back just the Goyf. Yeah, just the Goyf. No response. We'll have Fury for a bunch of stuff. So what do? Target opponent reveals their hand and you may choose a non-land card. If you do, okay, so Fury's exiled. This deals 2 damage to any target. Goyf is 5/6, so that's fine. What do we want to Goyf here? The flyer? If you have Death Touch, we'll Goyf you. If this does go to a game 3, oh, crud. Yeah, if this goes to a game 3, I need to play super fast. Now the Terra that mills stuff. Okay. They have enough to block and kill Goyf. I can pick up Can I pick up the Twining Twin? Wow. You love to see it. To Fairy. Bounce Terra, I guess? Bounce Terra. Oh, I wish I had a land now. Plot you. Teferi's gonna die no matter what, so I'm gonna attack. Big chump. I don't think Storm Chaser's talent can pick up my Twiny Biny. Be sick if it could. So I think, I mean, they're up to so many shenanigans, though. It's so cool. They're gonna kill Teferi. Because otherwise they can't cascade at all. Is this going to be Terra again or something that cascades Birthing Pod? So this will get like Chaos Defiler maybe? I think it's probably Chaos Defiler. Narset costs 5. Yeah, it's Chaos Defiler. I had a feeling that we were gonna get defiled. Chaotically, it's wild. 2, 3, 4, 5. That stinks. You don't fly. Let's see if we can kill him. Cast this. Cast Ponder. We gotta 10 ball them here. Solitude. No. Can I? I can't do you at instant speed. Can I do you at instant speed? No. I guess I should have picked up the days first. Do I dart them to gain a bunch of life? There's probably some merit to that. Dart your face. I'll sack a land to dart their face again. Dart your face. Sack this bulk. Just gain all that life. How do we feel about Brazen Borrower? Feel fine about it. So let's. I want to hit my land drop, so I'm shuffling these away. Well, every time I ponder, I do that. I guess we can actually just petty theft at combat is fine. And then we'll pass. I have a feeling they have like a pod target for this, some sort of crazy 6-drop. I'm so far behind on clock. Petty theft. They do only have 2 cards in hand. Auger Trawler. We're super dead. Look at a 4-drop. They have 9 card types? Oh no! Pyrogoyf shoot me for 9? Wandering Minstrel, Barogoyf, Undead? No, Summon Yojimbo. No idea what this does. I'm not going to read it because I'm just dead anyway. Yeah, we're drawing a bobble. We're dead. I'm conceding this game. They have the Chaos Defiler in hand. Okay. Had no idea what was going on in that match from the start. So we are at 2-2. Round 5 on the play against Rograkh Ikra. This is the Storm deck? Yeah, this is the Storm deck. Do I want to keep this real stinker of a hand? I'm going to try it. Multiversal Passage on Island this time, instead of Plains like a dingus. This, and then Brainstorm to try to find my lands and not really care if I get Brainstorm locked, as long as I find a white source. And then we can Spirit Guide out Narset and try to get a reload. I can say almost for sure that this this keep is a mistake. So this is round 5, and I'm tired. These games are long and often grindy. I long for that match 2 against Azusa that went fast. Maybe I opt first? No, because opt I can clear something I don't want from the brainstorm. I think I'll subtlety ARAGORN just so they can't like turn 1 me. I am gonna do this. Rograkh's so much value, and if like this is just a calling the week, I really don't want to lose on turn 2. My brain is shot, but we're playing for the positive record. I'm not sure in the future if I should play these leagues over a couple days just to have a functioning brain. Turns out Magic the Gathering uses your brain. Who knew? Brainstorm. Okay, well, it's not the land I want, but it's a land. So, what are we going to surveil away? I want Murktide because I like Murktide. We won't have blue. There's a cantrip for it. Is it Fury? Why would I ever get rid of Fury? Fury's Fury. I'll surveil away the Forked Bolt. Feed the Murktide. Feed the Murky baby. Storm Chaser's talent is real good. Alright, they're at 17. F6. What is this? Tinderwall. That's rampy. Black mana in the pool. Cycling Troll. I don't know if there are any reanimate lines in this deck. I think it either wants to just turbo Storm Scale Scion or Aftermath Analyst combo to surveil their deck in Past in Flames. I think. Neither of these are lands. We don't want them. Combat. Crack ya. They're at 15. I'm not going to Fury a Tinderwall. No! My only thing going on. Blue mana gets us a big Murktide. No, it doesn't. Not yet, anyway. Oh, Twining Twins would be sweet. Go Fury, flicker it. Twining Twins, best card ever printed. Tinderwall, tapping for a black mana. Sacking for 2 red. Am I getting Storm Scaled? Cabal Ritual. I think we're getting Storm Scaled. 3 black and a red in the pool, so they have to get to. I think that card costs 6 mana? It's either 6 or 8. I can't remember. Necro. Yoicks. Red mana left in the pool. Red, black, green. Abrupt Decaying my talent. I'm talentless. And now we're going to start necroing. 2 necros, 3 necros, 4 necros, 5 necros. There are 10, 6 necros. One red in the pool. Why are they playing interaction? Unholy Heat and Abrupt Decay. That's too much interaction. Another necro. They're at 8. Rograkh. What if we bounce Rograkh? Does that do anything? Another necro. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lots of necros. Okay, I'm F6. I don't know what I was even pretending to have. They're at 7. I don't think I can 7-ball them out of nowhere from 2 lands and a Spirit Guide. If we find a red card, we can go Narset Fury, discard these, draw 2? They'll have to discard. Grim Tutor's gone. And what else was it? Grim Tutor and Oppo. Oppo in this deck. So What if we Chain Lightning their face and bounce Necro? Put some to 4. What if we Chain Lightning their face? Yeah, Chain Lightning their face. Fury their Rograkh. No, because then I can't Brazen Borrow or something. They're at 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna Fury Rograkh. And then, I don't know. But now Rograkh costs 4. And I'll leave them with Necro because they're at 4. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll yield through the turn. They drew so many cards off Necro. Even if I top deck goes fire, even if I top deck goes Fire Slice, I won't be able to cast it. Grief. I think that means they're probably going for it. I think they want the Brazen Borrower. I can't cast this Murktide. We'll see. I got nothing. Other things are happening. Culling the Week. Yeah, they're going. I can't beat a Stormscale Scion here. Did we do enough to bottleneck them with one uncastable card in hand? Fiori. Okay, so they're definitely trying to storm off. I don't think there's any other reason to do this. They're at 1 card in hand with 7 mana. Ah, yeah, it happened. That thing is 6 mana. Lots of Dragos. It's not lethal yet? Oh wait, they all get +1/+1. Jeez Louise. I'm gonna take my draw step and concede. Oh, that's so close. I'm gonna do this for the giggledy gooks. And concede the game. Okay. They said Rograkh Storm was dead. They said banning Dark Ritual and Underworld Breach killed the deck. The hand I kept was so bad, I identified it right away. Hey. I think this is an actual good hand. Four lands is too many. I'm gonna try it. I like Arena of Glory a lot. I like it a lot. They kept 7. No me gusta when the Storm combo deck keeps 7. Here's this idiot again. Excuse me. Clamp. Give him the clamps. Okay, so now we'll Ledger Shredder, combat, attack. They're at 19 with a Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp's so good. We actually have lands to play the game this time, though. I imagine it's Rograkh, Clamp Rograkh. I'll be able to get in for some damage next turn. Have all my colors under me. They're dismembering the Shredder before it triggers. They're not clamping Rograkh. I was really hoping to see a bauble. I'm just going to cast Narset. I was unaware that a Rograkh Storm deck played this much interaction. But I guess it kind of makes sense. I haven't played against this variant very much. I know I've lost to the Stormscale Scion even before this, and the Aftermath Analyst put your deck in the graveyard past in flames, and then just tendrils. I do not want to use the ability. Maybe we'll finally get to see Narset do something. Here's Rog. Here's a Surveil land. They're passing the turn without clamping? No, second main. They're passing the turn without clamping. Interesting. Trying to decide, because I'm going to discard 2 of these lands probably. Let's start with the Flame Slash, because I know I want to do that. Black, black. What are you doing to me? Deadly Disputing the Skull Clamp. Okay. And then Flare of Duplicating it. That's pretty cool. So they'll draw 4 and make 2 treasures. That seems really good. Wow, that was a great turn. I don't care about the Flame Slash Fizzling. 10 of the Bugbear can go away. Faithless Looting. We'll cast that. Entomb Plage. Pitch these 2 lands I don't want anyway. Arena of Glory. Tarfire you. Who's the Storm deck now? Combat. Hit you for 8. And then if we just find 2 shocks off this, they die. I would like to use the ability. Ooh. I like those. So they have to kill me this turn, or kill both of these and hope I don't draw anything useful. But also, might just be dead this turn. They're going. They are at 4. Oh, they're definitely going. Oh wait, don't F6! Mental misstep. Okay. Yawgmoth Swill. Zoinks. So we're dead. Do they have their win con in the graveyard? Not yet. But now they can, like, dismember. They can clear my board and take the pressure off momentarily. They can seize songs again and then metamorphose again. They can skull clamp Rograkh to draw 2 more to try to keep going. Metamorphose. I guess they can Flare of Duplication that also. Although I think they'd want to do that on the Seething Song. Oh wait, can I? Do I have a burn spell? I have the Tarfire to flashback as well. Yep. 5 red. Springleaf Drum. Storm is at 7. So they're just 2 spells from Tendrils. I could have misstepped that. Might have been smart. I don't really want to give them the Storm though, because mana isn't super their issue. Deadly Disputing. And I assume that'll get flared? Maybe? Yeah. So they're gonna draw 4 and make 2 more treasures. I have no say about that. That is such a cool line, is the Deadly Dispute plus Flare. So they've now got cards and mana again. Stormcount is just lethal to a Tendrils. What is this? Shambling Ghast. Is this one we missed up? No, I'll wait to see if there's like a Culling the Week. I think that's the card that I'd be most interested in saying goodbye to. Yeah, okay. Well, kind of paid off for that. They'll still have 6 mana, and they're still on their Yogwell turn. But it seems like they're not finding what they're looking for, despite being 25 cards in their deck, 23 cards into their deck. So 6 mana and 7 cards in hand. Oh, they didn't find it. Huzzah. Okay, on the draw now. Hopefully we don't get turn 3'd. Do they just snap keep 7? No. think I want an aggressive threat more than I want any of these cards. That's too many lands, but Faithless Looting can fix that. Is this Sink into Stupor ever going to be good? Maybe. This can only get blue. Do I want to just lock up white? Let's get rid of the Multiversal Passage. Gonna need Faithless Looting to do a lot of work. I also may have wanted to keep that just as an untapped land. They did keep 7. Shambling Ghast, sure. This hand still doesn't have as much pressure as I want, but I don't want to go to 5. And I, again, just don't really know this deck or play red cards very often. Flage. Oh, baby. I'll need red, red, white, white. I still kind of have faith in this card. Do I want to Entomb Flage, or do I want to be able to... Of course you want to Entomb Flage. That sounds sick. Goodbye to Elegant Parlor. Yeah, Flage kills so fast if we're still alive by the time he's useful. Mental Misstep seems very good. I always just want to believe in Sink into Stupor. I don't know why. No thank you. No thank you. Draw 2 cards, make a treasure off the Shambling Ghast seems very strong. Unholy Heat. I want this Dreadhorde Arcanist in play. Yeah, I want this Dreadhorde Arcanist in play. Red and 1. Abandon Legacy, too strong. Too strong. 1/3 trample. What are you doing to me? Don't do things to me. Okay, surveilling. Hopefully that Skull Clamp was like a huge part of their plan. Dwarven Ruins going away. And we can Dreadhorde the Faithless Looting, so that the flashback is just reduced by 2. And hopefully get to this Flage and kill them. Arena of Glory would be great. I should have kept the Elegant Parlor to ensure double white. Let's go to combat first. Attack you. Dreadhorde. Faithless Looting. Cast it without paying its mana cost. Discard. Galvanic Blast. I don't believe in this Sink into Stupor. I don't believe in this Synchronous Stupor anymore. Declare blockers. I assume they block to get the treasure. Yeah, that's fine. So do I want to portent myself to try to get that white mana, or do I want to portent them to make sure they don't draw anything good? They don't have a shuffle. They're still looking for stuff. I'm going to portent them because I have a Surveil and a Bauble. Tendrils. Lightning bolts. I don't want them to have the tendrils. I'm gonna tendrils. I'm gonna shuffle their library. Now we'll surveil. Put that on top. There's this Bauble you. And then next turn we have Flage. Seems good. Demonic Council. Alright, well, I'm done. Adding a green to the pool in the end step. This can hit an Aftermath Analyst. Crop rotation, that's going to be Shifting Woodlands. Do they have Delirium? Land, artifact, land, creature, instant. So they'll have Delirium. Oh, they're surveilling. Interessante. Muy, muy. Now I'll draw 2, get my land, and play with fire. So maybe we scry. Yeah, we're gonna shoot him for 2 and scry. Well, are we? Did they find their lightning bolt again? No. Mountain cycling. Maybe I could have just put tendrils into their hand, but then it was lightning bolt plus land. But they had the crop rotation to shuffle. This is their second main phase. Demonic Council. Because now this is Demonic Tutor. If there are 4 more card types, yeah. So this is Demonic Tutor now. Which means they're probably going next turn. So do I want to Flage? I don't think I have anything better to do. Flage tangles with pretty much everything. They only have 2 cards. I was really expecting them to crop rot for the Shifting Woodlands, knowing this was in their hand, to go get the Aftermath Analyst. Unless they already have it. Shoot you for 2 and scry. Cutter. They don't have anything to Unholy Heat. Do I want Cutter? I mean, Dreadhorde triggers it. It is a lot of damage very quickly. I'll keep it. I won't be able to get the attack right away. I think it's still fine. Cutter. Combat. Dreadhorde, yeah. What do we want to cast? I guess we just shoot and scry again. No, I'll portent you again, actually. Yeah, I'll portent them again. They just tutored, but they are low on cards, so we'll portent you again. We'll equip that. Lightning Bolt, Duress, Deadly Dispute. Let's shuffle that. Those all seem like good cards for them. I like Portent. And now do I want to surveil? Yeah, I'll surveil before it happens so that we can try to draw something useful off the Portent draw. Although having 2 mana if we do find something useful might be better. Right, I pitched the Elegant Parlor, so it's got to be Meticulous Archive. Surveil. I think I just want to land. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that card for sure. Oculus. We love an Oculus. I'm gonna Flage first. I have so many cards in grave. How many? Yeah, we've got 10. Tinderwall. Let's see if they just fire that off. I'm gonna Unholy Heat. That doesn't even make sense because they just sack it in response. So hopefully they do something that's not Culling the Weak here. Yeah, it's Culling the Weak. We'll say you have to go right now. I don't want them to be able to bank that mana in case they're not quite ready, although the Culling the Weak. So I just added 1 to their Storm for no reason. They only have 2 cards. I'm F6. Final Fortune. They only have 1 card. I don't know what they could get here. Oh, that's what they can get here. We did. Dang. GG. Okay. Takeaways from this league. Narset is a really fun deck to play. It plays most similarly to Is It Prowess in Modern. It's fun to move cards around and deal direct damage and get the big reload off Narset. When it happens, it feels incredible to have kind of a mini storm turn that draws you 4 cards is awesome. The other thing that is my real takeaway for just me personally is that these leagues are long, um, and they can get grindy and it's mentally taxing. So sitting here staring at the computer and trying to play quickly because I know they can be long and I want to move through games gets me kind of playing loose. So what I want to do in the future is play more intentionally, and I may have to break the leagues up over 2 days, which is fine. I think the Lier match was super winnable. Naming, not holding up the Vapor Snag or keeping up Arena of Glory. I could have kept up the mana for Arena of Glory to go Murktide Narset and kill them while holding up the Vapor Snag to make sure they couldn't go off. The Consult the Star Charts, finding the snap, that happens all the time. I'm not upset with the variance. I am happy to have recognized a major mistake, though I'm sure there were others. The other big one was in the Wandering Minstrel match, where I named Multiversal Passage on white, said, this is probably wrong, and then didn't have the mana I thought I had to Snapcaster sink into Stupor how I wanted. That was a big punt. And then playing Storm is playing Storm. Sometimes they can just pop off, other times they fizzle. We saw both. So Narset was super fun. I like this deck. I think it is competitively viable. And I will play it for fun again in the future. Maybe not on camera because there are a bunch of decks in the queue that I'm excited to play. But yeah, thanks so much for being here and dueling with me. Babadoa.